First of all, my name is Bob MacRae. I'm a coach here in Lapeer Tennis Community as our tennis association. I'm one of 4 coaches that are going through either certification or have been certified to instruct juniors as well as adults here in Lapeer. So I want to thank you first for coming tonight. Although it's a little bit windy, we'll see what we can get in. My lessons are a little bit different in that I focus on one of 4 different situations that you face when playing tennis. Would you have an idea of what one of those might be when you play tennis? Serving is one, and volleying, that's approaching the net. We come into volleying and overhead, so that's 2 out of 5. That's great. Nash, how about you, Benji? When you serve, who is the other person? Returning is the 3 out of 5. What's this line called? Baseline rally, and strategy around baseline is the 4th. And if you're coming to the net, what is the opposite of that? Your opponent coming to the net. And so you're looking to either pass him or lob him. So those are the 5 different situations. Tonight we're going to cover returning. It's probably the least situation that's practiced. But it's, if not the service, the most important. 50% of the points you're returning. So returning is also a very important thing. And like I said, it's one of the least practiced things, and for teams we'd recommend that you always include not only serving but also returning. So that's what our focus is on today. Your mark, get set, go. 50%. Keep talking. 75%. 75. High knees. 50%. 75. So first thing we're going to do, if you guys can keep your eyes on me, is we're going to go do what we call a split step. Split steps are something we should do all the time when an opponent is hitting or making contact with the ball. Returning, you got that serve. So again, split step, you're in a good ready position, and you're coming forward. Forward movement is also key from a standpoint of the serve. So we're gonna go like this, and that. Just work your way here to the center line right here. So we're gonna have go one at a time, like a single file. Here we're gonna do our karaoke set, which involves a crossover. Which when you know that the serve is going to the right or the left, your first move is usually with your outside leg, and then you get the rotation, this crossover step. So you're going to go karaoke, and then here, especially if we have a wide serve, you want to make sure we're planting on the outside. So we're going to go like this. That looks like skiing or slalom. Pushing off. Right here, we're doing the opposite. Karaoke this way. And then split step here. And then jogging back here to start our second time through. We're going to do this in 3 series, 3 repetitions around. Ready? Go. Nice. Back. Very good. Karaoke, crossover. Yep, that's right. Slalom, back and forth. This way. That. I skipped it. Yep. Split step. Now, you're transitioning. You're good. And run back. Repetition 2. Here's a little game. Call this game 2-step, or two go, I'm sorry. Like you're going out to dinner and you're ordering something to go, right? Might be a little bit challenging. Can I have a volunteer at that line? So we're going to just demonstrate it once, and then Nash, you can take my place and do it with Kenji. So again, guess what the line is for? Split step. Split step forward, okay? Just like we want to do in the return. So we want to split step, 2. And then on the word go, I'm going to have a ball back here. I got 1 ball, not 2. And I'm going to go, and I'm going to either go this way, and Benji's going to catch it with his outside hand, his left hand, or I'm going to go, he's going to recognize I'm going this way with the ball. 1 bounce. Just 1 bounce, catch. It's going to be kind of tricky a little bit with wind, but we'll try this out. So again, 2, go. So a 2, go.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you got it out. Go get the ball.
Okay.
It's just like returning, okay? You got a backhand or you got a forehand. So you're recognizing after that split step, recognizing which way you're going to go. 2, go.
So when you say 2, we jump forward. And
That's the split step call. Because when we're returning, when that ball makes contact, we want. If you look at the pros, they're actually in the air. They're already split stepping. They hit the ground. The ball's coming to them. They make the mental. Oh, it's a backhand, or it's a forehand, or it's at me. Those are like kind of the three different things we have from a serve and return standpoint that we have to be cognizant of. So one more time, and then I'll let you jump in here, okay, Nash? 2, go. Good. Okay.
2, go.
Okay, let's do a progression. I'll demonstrate this. Nash, you take Benji's spot. Okay. Now, again, like you guys know, when we're serving to the opposite service box, okay? And we were tossing it, okay? But when we get a serve, it's coming in at a different angle. So we have to adjust for that. So we're gonna do an overhead throw, again, 2, go. We wanna make sure, again, it's 2, go. He's still in the air when the ball's going. So that when he hits, it's an immediate decision, okay? So let's try it. I'm in my service position, ball near the air. 2, go. So again, we're working at it like the different angle, like the serve is, and again, different direction, different angle the ball is coming at us as well.
2, go.
Nice.
Two, go.
We're going to do a racket warm-up. We kind of did a dynamic warm-up with the ball and catching, movement a little bit. We did our athletic movement to start. Now we're going to warm up our racket skills, okay? So again, we got our lines that kind of represent the split step area. We're going to work with the area. We have a service box here. So we're going to actually work the shot on the ground strokes with the returns. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work the outside. So here, I'll be hand feeding from the bucket. What we want is a good ready position, rack it up. You see, there's 2 different things in the as far as the split step. I'll just use an example with Novak Djokovic. He's one of the best returners in the game. Has been for several years. He concentrates on a few things. First of all, that racket is out, it's in ready position. He uses a wide base, and again, he's into the split step and crossover, okay? First thing we want to make sure, it's a forehand, a step, crossover. Backhand, get to that, wide base, go back to back first, and then crossover with the right. Andy Murray. Ever heard of Andy Murray? He was one of the big 4 of 10 years ago with Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, and Nadal. Different split step pattern. Again, he's ready position, but he's further back. Is what he does, or does. He still plays So he takes a step before he split steps. Those are the kind of two different styles. Find which one you're comfortable with when you play tennis in returning. So we have two players. We can have both of you on each side. We're going to rotate. Again, we're going to focus on feeding on the outside. So you got a backhand, cross court, forehand, goes sideline, up the line, okay? Ready? 2, go. 2, go. Rotate, rotate. 2, go. 2, go. Okay. Now we're working serves going up the tee. So we're working on the inside. Yep, exactly. So when the serve is hit up the tee, this is what the tee, if you will. Again, we're doing the same thing. Only we're working inside instead of stepping out. We recognize where the ball's going. After we split, we step with the inside leg, crossover. If you're two-hander, hit the two-hand. And again, over on this side, we're hitting the inside forehand. Again, let's aim for the corners. So we kind of keep the balls, get down and see they're kind of drifting all the way down. So let's try to aim for the corners. So the backhand up the line, and the forehand inside out, which is hitting the ball inside to the out. You ready to crossover step? Crossover step to the inside, all right? 2, go! Crossover. Nice. 2, go! Crossover. Good. More here. 2. Crossover. 2, go! We're going to do a little progression of what we just did. Forehand, again, nice base with the split step. You recognize first step is that outside step. I'm going to hit a forehand and I cross over. Okay. If I'm going really wide, I might hit it like this. And you remember how we did the little slalom? I'm going to press back to get recover. Okay. On the backhand, again, split step, recognize backhand, step with the backhand side leg, crossover, and hit the backhand. Usually in serves, if it's a hard serve, you want to keep it in play, right? That's really the objective of the return. So you hear the term blocking. Blocking it back, getting the serve in, recovering to a safe position, which is usually, either side of the hash mark along the baseline if you're a returner. It's kind of like your safe spot. We'll talk about that a little bit later. What we're going to concentrate is the swing path. With your baseline rallying, where are you taking your racket if you're baseline rallying with somebody? Okay, a baseline rally, uniturn, racket back, right?
Yeah.
But in the serve, especially if you have a hard server, we don't have the time to get it back because, and make good contact. So we want to shorten the stroke and then block it back. Especially the first serve, a hard first serve, that's one of the things we want to do. In the second serve, we want to take advantage of it because usually it's a lot slower. And we can get, what kind of shot do you want to hit on your return? Do you have a better backhand or better forehand? You have a better forehand? How about you, Nash?
I'd say forehand.
Forehand. If you have a better backhand, that's great too, because that's the shot you want to set up, right? So when you're ready positioned, ready for your serve, what kind of grip should you have? You should have a forehand grip, because that's what you want. That's what you want to hit. What about your other hand? What is its job?
Guide the
Ready
racket.
position, but if it's a backhand and you got a forehand grip, it's going to help you rotate to your backhand grip. If you're a two-hander, it's going to rotate back to more continental with your second hand behind the handle, if you will. One-hander, I'm a one-hander, so I go over and hit a one-hand backhand. But like you, I want to hit a forehand return because I'm going to get more balls in play and more stress on the opponent with my forehand, and you will too. Okay. So ready position, forehand grip if we're a better forehand, split step, recognize which way the ball is going, use your appropriate footwork. If it's really hard, don't bring it back like a ground stroke. You just don't have the time. Shorten the stroke and block it back. Keep it in play. Okay? Remember that split step. Watch the toss. Watch the toss. Step back. Step back a little bit. Yep. So if you're getting jammed like that, you got deep serves, you want to create some space. Nice. Nice. Good ball. Get that crossover, right? You're crossing over. This way. Crosses over. Shorten the stroke. Take it back. Take it to the side. But still follow through. Still follow through. But block it back. Block it back. A little bit strong, sorry. Right. This is a second serve. Second serve, we want to be aggressive on the return. Okay? Aggressive can mean different things. Really, you're putting the opponent on the other side of the net, pressure. Okay? If you're on the deuce side, this is the deuce side, and I'm serving from the opposite side. Give me, what do you think is going to create the most pressure on me as a server, Nash? Where are you going to hit the ball?
Forehand.
You're going to use the forehand, and where are you going with it? Down the line. Very similar. If you're on the backhand, if you're hitting the backhand on this side, and I'm serving from this side, down the line. You really don't have to hit it 100%. The accuracy is the most key thing that will put the most pressure. What do you? If I get to the ball and get my racket on it, what do you think is coming back to you? Most likely a short ball. And what do we do with short balls? We come to the net and volley. So we're doing a sequence. The name that we're using is cat, because a cat is aggressive, and a mouse is passive. It'll hide, right? It won't go after the cat. The cat will go after the mouse. So this is the cat, and what we'll do is I'll serve, you come in, I'll give you a volley. So it's a 1-2, both sides, all right? So you got 2 strokes. Come in for a volley, still ready position, and then bang, off to the side, off to the side. Okay. Nice, very good.
Okay, now keep that.
Nice, come in. Volley, good, excellent. Playing cat. Nice. So what we're going to be doing is we'll have a serve. We'll do one person on the court, one person in a ready to get on the court because we're using the whole court. Okay, so we'll play out a point. The focus is get the return in play. We're a mouse. we're going to be passive. We're going to go return back to the baseline in a good neutral position so that you can cover forehand side, backhand side. But recognize a cat is waiting. When you have a short ball, which you will, you'll have a short ball in the service line or closer to the net. Recognize it, come forward, hit a ground stroke, just like a return almost, and then play the point out if I can't get it back to you, all right? So you're starting with a passive position, being a mouse, and looking for an opportunity to hit that best stroke that you have, right? That one that's in your bag called the forehand, right, Nash?
Yeah.
It's the one you want to hit. You want to hit that forehand as a cat. Again, a passive position. If we are hitting the ball on the left side, center line, we want to have a passive position that's a little bit right of the hash mark. Because in this way, you have the ability to close off the sharp angle, and you still have enough time to hit down the line shot if it's returned to you, right? If you hit it on the opposite side, which by the way, since we all love our forehands, we want to give them less spot, less area over here to hit, right? We want that forehand. If it's hit at you, step over, smack that forehand. If it's hit down the line, we still have enough time to recover to get to the down the line shot. And as I said before, we can cover that sharp angle if it does come with our backhand, all right? Ready? Oh! Move my feet. Next. Remember, return to the middle. Return to the baseline in the middle. Short ball. Come in. Let that wind, right? Good job. Center yourself in the service box. Center yourself. Yeah, center. Yep. And then back up. Because a deep serve will catch you at your feet, and you don't want to hit the ball at your feet. Ready? Don't forget the split step. Nice baseline, recover. Baseline. Short ball. Good. We're going to play a game. And it's you guys against you guys. Describe the game. The game's called cat and mouse. Now you know why we're working with cat and mouse, right? One of you is going to be serving. The other obviously is going to be returning. Okay? Before the serve, what you want to do. What does the cat do? Attack the serve, put the other one on pressure, come to the net, maybe not right at the net because you might get an overhead, right? Okay, you guys got a lob. And if we choose to be a mouse, what do we do? We do passive, where do we go? We go back to the baseline in the neutral position, and then what are we looking for? What are we looking for, or what are we looking to become? We are looking for that short ball that's short of the service line. When we see it in the air, come forward. And again, sometimes it's better to let you shoot. It's a hard thing to hit a ball at your feet. You get it over the net, right? Sometimes it's good to let it bounce, take your time, and place it in the court, right? little bit long. What were you? And why? Yeah, but what did you recognize? The ball floated a little bit, right? You had more time to come up, wait for it bounce. You have to let it bounce, right? You're not hitting it in the air. You let it hit the service box, and you were right in position to be aggressive down the line. So great job. So it's 1-1 points right now. First serve. Wide serve, right? And but I like your footwork. You had that crossover, and you were going to leverage off of that outside leg to bring yourself back. Let's get the score is 2-1, right? 2-1. Let's get it over on this side. No call is usually. Nice serve, very nice serve. What'd you say about that serve?
Pass.
No, what do you say? Good sportsmanship, right? Recognition of good shot. Let's do some stretching. Just go behind your head with the racket and stretch your shoulder, especially if you've been a little bit serving. Hold that stretch. Switch hands. Move that racket over. Grab them again. And pull a little bit and hold that stretch. Just work the hamstrings. Pull your calf. Hold it. 3, 4, 5. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. We work our quads. We're going all the way down and holding that stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. We worked today again on the return of serve. And as I mentioned in our kind of introduction, it's like one of the least practiced situations in tennis at almost all levels, except for the pros. They know how important the return of the serve is. Almost as important as the serve. Half of the points, essentially, you're going to be returning. It's good to focus on. What were the two elements of the return that we worked on? Crossover was the one step. Split step. Always great to have a split step preparation for ball coming at you, or to your forehand, backhand type of thing. So we worked on footwork. What else did we talk a little bit about? We talked a little bit about shortening the stroke, especially if we had a nice hard serve there. You had there, Nash. Shortening the stroke, because we just don't have the time to put our full stroke, our ground stroke on it, right? We want to shorten that stroke to the side, and what are we doing? We are blocking it back in play. Okay, that's what we want to do. So those are the two things we worked on: footwork and swing path. That shorter stroke. On these lessons, like I mentioned, what I do is I typically work on a situation. Our situation this time was the return serve. So thank you again for coming out. Put our rackets in. On 3, we go tennis, okay? So what are we going to do? Okay, very good. 1, 2, 3, tennis! Thank you, guys.